Hey guys, Adrian here for Smarter Media. I am back. As you know, I was on leave. I'm actually having my vlog number 5 talking about my vacation and some stuff I picked up, learned, whatever. A little bit about my travels as I documented. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, today I'm going for the formal but informal look. I just got back from the trip. I am tired. For some reason, my right eye is totally bloodshot. But today I want to start a new video series. This is unrelated from the vlogs. This is talking about my top 5. Insert your ellipsis here, my 5. And today's topic is about my 5 things statements I disagree with, idioms, inaccurate statements, general things I disagree with that you hear a lot in life, whether they're quotes, sayings, mantras. And I'm going to do this every Wednesday, every week, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a new series, again, unattached from the vlogs, and I hope you guys enjoy these. And I'd love to hear your guys' feedback, and I'd love to hear your opinions on the topic for whatever it may be for the week. So with that, let's jump right in, shall we? Number 1. Money can't buy you happiness. So, money, you hear this a lot. The age-old, thing that people say, money can't buy you happiness. That, having all this money doesn't mean anything because you're not happy or whatever. And I agree that, you need to be happy in life. And if you have a lot of money, sometimes people, all they have is money and they don't have somebody they love or whatever. And sometimes, they do. Whatever, there's varying different situations. And I agree that money can't buy you many things in life. Money has its limits. Money can't buy you love, compassion, friendship, loyalty, time. Money can't buy you time to go back and spend with somebody who passed away. There's no time travel, and there's no price you can put on that to go back and spend some time with a loved one. But money can, in a sense, I think, buy you happiness. And the fact that, the same reason when kids open up gifts on Christmas and you see that, excitement and happiness on their faces, is money at its work. Sometimes money can be put to good uses, and sometimes in the fact that you just, when people say that, if you ever gave somebody $1 million, and when people say money can't buy you happiness, hand them $1 million, hand them X amount, whatever, and just see the differences in life they can do with it. I mean, if you were handed $1 million, there's so much things you can change in life that would make you happy. You can buy a nice house, buy cars, and all of that. So in a sense, I never agree with the statement that money can't buy you happiness. It can't buy you many things, but I think happiness is definitely one of them. Number 2, grades equal how smart you are, how intelligent you are, whatever it may be. And this is not ironic, but funny because, we used to talk about my friend. We'll call him friend 2. And I guess we can't really call him that because that's a little bit higher than his average or his grade point average. Alright, all jokes aside, my friend Jesse, and he's probably watching this, just a joke. But anyways, moving on to, all seriousness. I agree that there's kids in life who totally, just flunk out of school, and they're not going to do anything with their lives. But there's sometimes people who may not be good in certain areas. They may not be good in math or language arts or science, and they have these grades, and they may be labeled as below average students. Or when you have these honor roll assemblies, and you separate the kids who are kind of like the smart kids, and then you have these kids who didn't make up to the bar to get an award, or to say that you are an honor roll student and you deserve recognition. Everybody in their own aspect deserves recognition. Some people may have C's or D's, but they're, smart in their own ways, whether it's auto mechanics, technology, financing, whatever it may be. A lot of kids have their own talents in different areas, and grades don't always get to show that. These grades that we label kids with A, B, C, D, F don't always show vividly portrayal of kids, smartness or intelligence. And I hope that background noise isn't too loud. So with that, let's jump into number 3. Good things come to those who wait. I've totally, as you can see there, disagree with this statement. I mean, that's what I picture, waiting, doing nothing with time, wasting your time doing nothing and expecting good things to happen. That's ridiculous. I think that if you want to do something, if you want to earn something in life, if you have dreams or aspirations in life, go out there and do it. Very, very simply put, that's all you got to do. If you have a dream and you sit there and you hope for it to happen, nothing's going to happen. It's going to stay a dream. If you want to earn something in life, whether it's a goal or, then, I don't know, an income, a certain income figure, whatever it may be, go out there and do it. Sitting around isn't going to do much for you. Hey guys, number 4, so actually going back and editing this, I realized that I totally skipped number 4 in my video because I retook the video 3 times, and I guess on the 3rd time I just somehow it was rushed because somebody was waiting for me outside. So, yeah. Anyways, number 4, the fact when people tell you that, what you can and cannot spend your money on. And this is something that's always bothered me, the fact that if you make your own money, like I understand if people hand you money, like if people lend you money and you're expected to pay them back, or they lend you money for a certain reason and then you go blow it on something else, whatever, maybe it's gambling, maybe it's drugs, whatever. That, I understand. But when you make your own money, when you make your own earning, whatever paycheck, whatever work you do, whether it's, a desk job or, cutting the grass, whatever it may be, and you spend it on the stuff that interests you and stuff that you like. Like I said earlier, I buy watches, I buy computers, I buy all sorts of stuff. And that's because, I work and I, obviously like to treat myself every now and then. I think that should have no impact on what other people think, because, personally, they don't help you get your income. They don't do anything to, pay you in any sort of way, unless they're your employer, I guess. But it should have no value or no change in their life on what you spend it on. If you go into debt, you go into debt. If you buy something that costs, thousands of dollars and they think it's ridiculous because they don't share the same interest, or maybe really, maybe you can get something else for cheaper. Well, again, it's their money. Let them do what they want in it. You cannot. I think you have no right, or people have no right, to tell people what they can and cannot spend their money on. They can advise you, sure. That's what friends are there for. But when it comes to people saying like, "Oh, that's ridiculous. Why would you buy this for that amount?" or "Why would you waste that much money?" Again, it's much like when people take your iPod and they're like, "What music do you have?" and they're like, "Oh, I hate this song. Why do you have this song?" Well, maybe because it's my iPod. Just a little food for thought. Number 5, relating to religious topics, when people say like you're atheist, you're agnostic, and I get a lot about this because I talk about agnosticism sometimes, but some people say that, if you don't believe in a higher power, if you don't believe in a God, that there's no purpose to life, and if there's no purpose to life, then there's no point. And I think those people who have that kind of a Debbie Downer sort of attitude that like, if there's no purpose to life, what's worth living and all that, I think that you need to add your own purpose to life. If you don't believe in an afterlife, if you don't believe in a heaven or a hell after you die, doesn't essentially mean that you need to, you have nothing to work at now. I mean, I work every day for the aspect that when I'm on my own, I get to live the life I want to live. I get to do what I do, and I get to do what I love right now. I get to make videos, and I get to earn money when I'm sleeping, and I get to, my website makes me money and income, and I get to buy things like watches and whatever, and that makes me happy. And I hope that one day when I have a family and kids to come, that I can put food on their, table, clothes on their back, a roof over their heads. That makes me happy, in the sense that money can buy me happiness in that aspect. I'm kind of tying everything together here. But just because you think, people don't have a certain belief that you do, that they think they may not be going anywhere after life or death, that there's no point to it. And I think in life, you need to add your own point. You need to add your own set of goals to life to achieve. Whether or not after you die, you go into the ground and you rot, you may not, go here or there, but having that motivation, in a sense, to do something with your life is what I think people need to realize that they need to add to their own lives, whether, you believe in a heaven or not. Anyways, guys, that is my video for today, my vlog. I'm going to go get some work done. I got a lot of stuff to do for school and all that. So, till next video, guys, Adrian here from smartermedia.org.